Someone once told me that we don't grow when we're comfortable. We grow by making ourselves uncomfortable. Through the grit and the determination, we find the will to win. For us, veterans, first responders, what is the most uncomfortable thing imaginable? Talking. Well, that's what we're here to do. Welcome to Real Talk Mondays, where veterans and first responders come together to share their knowledge to build a stronger community, one real conversation at a time.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome back to Real Talk Mondays, brought to you by Second Chance Outdoors. As always, you got me, Nate Keene. You got Logan McKinney.
What's up, everybody?
And our guest this week is Jeremy Douglas.
What's up?
He is going to be talking to us about a youth hunt program that we're pretty excited to hear about. And why don't you start us off, Jeremy? Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself, military service, stuff like that, leading up to where we're at now.
Okay, yeah. So I joined the military when I was about 20. I did 10 years active, and I got out right at that 10-year mark. Deployed a few times. I was in Ellsworth with Nate, and then I went to Little Rock Air Force Base and deployed out of there a couple times and enjoyed it. Did some UDM work and that kind of stuff, so enjoyed it. And then I was at that 10-year mark, so you got that magical choice: you're gonna stay or go. And so I got out at 10 and came back home to Mississippi, and I work as an asset protection manager now over kind of the Southeast. So we're kind of I say the police for like retail stores. So we go in and stop the shoplifting, and we do.
You guys are the ones that are stalking everybody.
Yeah. My guys are the ones on the floor, right.
Big brother.
So it's I love it. I got into it right when I got in the military, and I had actually an old supervisor. You probably remember Nate. Master Sergeant Johnson was the guy that told me about it. He knew a little bit about it, and dug into it, man, and I love it. So, but I've been doing that ever since, and just back home and loving life, and that's it, really. No big mystery there.
No, that's good, man. Yeah, I was trying to remember the other day when we were at Ellsworth. I don't remember if we were airmen or I was an NCO or what, because I was there forever.
Yeah, I think you was, when I first got there, you was at E4, and I think you promoted there, right? And I said you was a sergeant there, and I left.
Nate as an E4 would be terrifying.
He was an E4 when I got there, and I was a new troop, and I think I promoted to NCO in Little Rock. So yeah, I was an airman the whole time there.
Yeah, look, man, there's only stories about Senior Airman Keene, okay?
And those stories are 100% true. Every single one of them.
That was before they had all, the internet that was really going on, and all these cameras where there's proof.
You can get away with more.
Yeah, now it's just stories, man.
A whole lot more.
Yup.
Right. Hey, Jeremy, tell me, we talked a little bit about this youth hunt program that you're working with. So tell us about that. I want to hear about it.
Yeah. So I got involved about, I guess 4 or 5 years ago with it. And I had an old buddy I grew up with invited us up to go on this youth hunt, and I was thinking, man, those things are money. So I was like, well, how much is it? He said completely free. And so, of course, anything free. I'm like, all right, well, tell me a little bit about it. And so he told me about the whole deal. And so we went out and we helped out. And I guess, like I said, I've been involved 4 or 5 years now. And the guy who runs it, his name is Michael Smith. And basically him and his wife just had this idea to go up and they leased a bunch of land up in North Mississippi. And we bring kids up on Fridays, and we have it's not super structured, but it's semi-structured. So we come in on Fridays, and we usually have some type of meal for them, and we have a little devotion. We have a preacher that lives pretty close to the lease up there. And so he comes in and it's kind of our campus preacher, so to speak. And he comes in and he does messages, kind of Bible study for the kids, and, kind of kid-friendly Bible stories for the kids. And we hunt Saturday morning. We got 32 box stands, 30 plots. We got a few ladder for the bigger kids and some good spots down off in some harder spots to get to, but 30 normal box stands for the kids. And we go out and we hunt. Usually we come back that Saturday, and there's kids that's never hunted before. There's kids that's never shot a gun before. There's kids that's never heard about Jesus before. So we just kind of do the whole weekend. It's just kind of a fellowship time. enjoying the outdoors. And I mean, we've had kids kill deer that, like I said, has never even shot a gun. We have a mentor with each kid, and this is all volunteer based. And so they come in with each kid and they sit in the box stand and, talk about weapon safety and talk about hunting and the deer. And I mean, we got turkey, of course, and deer and rabbit and all kind of stuff. So the kids are usually loving life out there when they're not sleeping first thing Saturday morning.
Right.
Oh yeah, you got to wake them up early.
Yeah.
They're not even ready to go anywhere.
Nope.
Yeah, when they're not sleeping. But the ages range from, I mean, man, I guess we've had 3, 4, 5-year-olds up to teenagers, 16, 17-year-olds. And we got bunks. We got like a little girl side, and we got a boy side, and I think we could fit 26 boys on one side, and then there's about 8 or 10 probably girls that could fit there. And then we got a little area, kind of a kitchen, and it's kind of an open area that we go in, tables set up, and big area outside. The kids run around and play and throw the football and baseball, and I mean, it's just a good time, man. But it's all completely free.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
it is. And there's a few out there that do this kind of stuff, but the difference is it's completely free. It's all done by donations. We do some fundraisers through the year, but nothing over the top, But it's just we have people that just donate to it. I think they come and they see and they get involved and they just love it, And I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not super structured. It's kind of loose. We have fun with it. And I think last year in 5 years, we hit our 100th kid, accepted the Lord. And some of these kids are just, I mean, some of them's rough areas. We got a group or two that comes from Memphis area every year. And Memphis is pretty rough, so they come down. And I mean, man, it's some good kids that come through there that you could tell they're just looking for that mentor, that positive influence in their life. And I mean, most of them love, once they get out there and they see the deer and they see everything, they love it, and we're cleaning deer and showing them how to clean deer, and we'll cook it sometimes.
That's awesome.
Nice. So you guys are taking them, starting from the very beginning to the end of the whole process of hunting to cleaning.
Yeah. Yep, the whole deal. Yeah, we got a little, shed out back, and I mean, we'll bring them out there and kind of, we get bloody their face if it's their first deer, of course.
Right,
and,
right.
We let them help skin a little bit. Some of the older kids, my son and some of the other kids, they like kind of showing off that they know how a little bit, so they'll go help do just a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
it's a good time, man. It's, people come and go as far as the volunteers because it takes a lot of time. The guy who runs it, him and his wife, I give them a lot of credit because they stay up there. It's a nonstop job, and then during the summer, at the end of the summer, we'll go up and start working on our plots. And I mean, it takes a lot of dedication. We got a lot of people that just, they may not come up and be involved and be a mentor, but they may provide equipment for us, or they may come up and, dish some plots, or they may donate food, or whatever the case is. They may help us work the fair. We have a fair down here that we work twice a year, and we get all the proceeds from the booth. And so that usually helps pay for the lease. We do a raffle every year. Trying to think what else is our big things. A lot of it's just donations, and the fair and the raffles is our big money makers that usually kind of keeps us going.
Yeah.
About 1,500 acres, between 15 and 2,000.
Have you taken any of the kids out?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. How was that? Like the mentorship aspect from there?
It's great. It really is. Because like I said, it depends on the kid, and you'll notice the kid that don't have that positive influence, because the whole weekend they'll kind of stick to you as you're, going around.
Sure.
You come back and they kind of stick to you, and they'll ask questions. And so it's neat. We had a girl year before last, I think. She killed really nice 12 point for us in Mississippi. We ain't got Ohio deer, nothing crazy, but we got some decent deer, And she killed a really nice 12 point. I mean, I would have been like a kid myself if I would have killed it. And you could tell she was just like nonchalant about it. She had no idea what she'd done.
Holy cow.
But we get them European mounted for free. We got a guy that does that for free, so that way we can send them with their
Love a good
trophy.
Euro mount.
So yeah, I do too.
Heck yeah. That's so cool, man.
It's awesome, man.
What's it called?
Briar Ridge Children's Ministry.
Okay.
Briar
That way we
Ridge
at least get that out there, so everybody that's
sure.
listening can know.
Yeah, we're on Facebook. Yeah, we're on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. I want to do more and more things. I'm looking at doing a YouTube channel too, but we got several pictures on there, and plenty of like our mission statements, and we got all of our information.
What does it do for you, how, like, for me, it would be, how fulfilling is it to watch these kids start at the beginning that may have never hunted, and you know, get a deer and realize that whole process, and watching them, like, what does it do for you to watch them be in tune with that entirety of the hunt
thing?
Yeah, you can't put it into words, really. It's like I said, it's an experience that you can't really, you know, if you take your own kids hunting and that whole thing is fun and teaching them. But these kids, your kids, you know, if it's like my kids, they know outdoors, they know hunting, they know fishing, they know those type of things. But some of these kids have absolutely no idea. So it's, you know, the way I look at it is, I mean, I had, who was it told me one time? They said, I think it was my cousin's grandpa told him, and he told me or whatever. He said, kids that hunt and fish don't usually rob stores, you know? And so I always kind of
because
took
we're
that
too
with me, and
busy
I
out
said,
in the woods.
that's right. And I said,
there ain't
man,
no stores out in the woods.
yeah, that's right. You know, and I said, man, that's a good idea. You know, I mean, you think about it, but you have a deeper appreciation of everything, you know, of everything that we have. And so they get to focus that energy and that time on something positive. And yeah, for me personally, it does so much. It really does, just seeing that whole process. So
Now, once you guys say you get a new kid that comes out, have you guys had repeat visitors of kids
I was going to ask that too.
want to hunt some more? Like, have you had multiple returners?
Yeah, we do. So what happens, how the process works is literally they reach out to us, and we're slowly building, you know, like each year we get a little more. And you'll notice, like, some of the Memphis group, they usually come one time every year. And then we'll bring some kids, you know, so-and-so knows somebody that knows somebody, and their kid comes up. And the parents can come, and to be honest, I've seen parents get a lot out of it too, because some of the parents come, they don't know a lot about outdoors, you know, and so the parents are kind of learning too as we're talking, and they're listening to the message.
Guys are like scratching the surface of a brand new relationship between kids and parents.
It is, yeah,
that's
exactly.
huge.
It is, yeah, that's a good point, very good point. We even had a kid that, you know, his dad, all of a sudden he got into it and he liked to do it, and so then his dad is wanting to ask more, he's wanting to get more into it, and I'm thinking, man, that's a great way for those guys to connect.
Exactly, man. Like, that bond that those dudes are about to build, that's going to be exactly what I think we're all trying to go for.
Yeah, it's great. But you sign up, you know, you contact us on Facebook, and we give kind of the weekends open. And if it's a big group, you know, we'll have a weekend reserved for that group. And then if there's kind of onesies and twosies, we'll look and see where we got room and plug them in. And man, it's just put them in. Awesome. Like I said, completely free. We have about 10 or 11 little 7mm 08 crack barrels, you know, that we let them use. So we have guns, we have camo if they don't have camo. I mean, we've got so much donation help and support. It's great, you know.
That is incredible, man. That's
pretty awesome.
So badass.
Yeah, it is, man. And I've seen it grow so much from the beginning to now. And I wasn't even involved the first 2 years, so I can't imagine. They started from ground up, you know, I mean, from scratch. They went up and got a lease and was driving to the lease and happened to see an old house to the side and seen people outside, like right by the lease, you know. And they stopped and asked this guy, Brother Edwards, he's a preacher for another church up there. And they said, hey, you know, told them what we're doing and kind of the process. And said, any idea if there's houses for rent, or, you know, we may build a building out here. We don't know where we're going with this. We're just, you know, we're in the beginning process. And he looked across the street, and there was an old cabinet making shop. And he said, didn't know him from anybody, you know. And he said, you know what, you guys can use that right across. I like the idea. I love what you're doing. Y'all can use this right across the street. And I mean, they literally went in and transformed it into the camp, you know, and completely free. And he's he's heavily involved, Brother Edwards is, of course, but yeah, just donated the building for the most part to get it going. So just a great story, man.
Yeah, they just went full send with it.
Yeah,
we're doing
pretty awesome.
Just dove in, you know.
I love it.
And I can't imagine, like I said, the struggles in the beginning, like, yeah. But yeah, it's really, really, really a great organization. I've never seen nothing like it.
What's the biggest buck you guys have pulled out of there?
Man, since I've been going, I'd say probably a 148 to 150 inch 12 point. So good deer. Now we don't kill those all the time, obviously. So
right.
We done really good a few years ago, and then this year, and we was letting the kids who had never killed a deer, let them kill a doe. And if you've killed a deer, you got to have, you know, a forked horns or above, basically. And we slowed it down a little bit and said, all right, just to keep the deer, make sure we're managing right. And I think managing is I mean, we still got several nice deer left that we didn't kill last year that we're getting on camera. So, we do a good job managing it. We'll slow it down at times and then pick it back up at times. So it's pretty neat.
You have to. I think you have to keep those genetics good, especially if you're hunting that lease.
Yeah. And it's, I mean, last year we killed 17 or 18 bucks, I think, and maybe 10 does. And that was a low year.
Man, and I ate tag soup all year.
Yeah, my son actually killed his first buck up there a few years ago. And I
were you with him?
I was. The video is amazing. I got the video, and I tell people all the time, I've never been one to. I mean, you see a big nice deer, of course, you get a little buck fever, but I've hunted my whole life, so I've never got over the top crazy. You get excited, but nothing crazy. And you hear stories of a little forked deer, and that was a monster,
Yep.
Well, same thing happened. So my kid, he was 11. He's 14. He's probably 11. And all around my little leases here in the house, I've taken him a million times. I'll have deer coming in every day on time. I put him out there, nothing. I'm like, man, this kid, he loves to fish. So maybe you're just cursed. You're just gonna be a fisher. So
There you go.
So I took him, and I mean, I seriously think it was probably 70th or 80th time I've taken him, somewhere around there. We're sitting in the box stand up at Briar Ridge my first year. And I got my little one with me who's like 4 at the time. He's laying on the floor asleep, of course. And then, my older kid's sitting there, and he's got the gun. I think he's got my 30-06 he's sitting there with. And we're in a nice little plot. It's 5 o'clock. Sun starts going down, And I was like, all right, it's go time. I'm playing on my phone. It's go time. We've done this 80 times. So, I mean, it's go time. And he's like, all right. So he's ready. I'm trying to get him ready, and I'm screwing off on my phone. And all I hear is, Dad. So I look over. I'm like, what? And his eyes were big as golf balls. And I look out there, and I seen the new state record. Me personally, initially, I seen the new state record. And so I missed to look back. I mean, he was a moose. Is what I thought. So I look back and I start, gathering everything up, trying to get my little one off the floor and cover his ears. I'm trying to get everything situated.
Just
I'm
chaos.
talking him through it. Yeah. Be calm, shoot, telling him, remember, ease the trigger back, don't squeeze it back hard, all this stuff. And about that time he shoots, my little one never woke up. I don't know how, never woke up.
I wish I could sleep
That's
like
the end of that.
Man, and I did have his ears, but I mean, I had to pick him up off the floor, but he never woke up, laid him back down. And, the deer kicked up, and I seen it one time for about 2 seconds. That when I first looked and I started getting everything situated. So he gets out, and I pull the camera out just in case, And so I'm recording him running down to the shot, and he starts jumping up and down. I hit him, Dad, I hit him, because there's blood everywhere. And I'm like, man, that's awesome. So I got all that on video, and then we walk out about, I don't know, probably 50 or 60 yards, not very far. Didn't see a whole lot. So I said, all right, let's get my little one back in. Let's go get the rest of the guys, and we'll come out, and we'll all fan out, and we'll look. And if we need to get a dog, we'll get a dog. So we go back, and I think my cousin whistled about 100 yards out, and he walked up on it. And I said, man, the guys asked me at the camp, how big is it? And I said, oh man, he's a monster. He may be bigger deer than I've killed. He's a big deer.
That's awesome.
He was a little 4 or 5 point. Man, he ain't much. He was real small, but I always tell people that's my favorite experience hunting, and I've been doing it my whole life. It was just
heck yeah,
that whole thing, man, and the fact that he killed that up there, and that kind of broke him open. Like, he's killed deer left and right now. That was, that was weird.
That was it. That's what he needed.
Yeah. And he's been rolling. So, but it's just
awesome.
it is a great organization, great people. I mean, and the thing that amazes me, and everybody just donates their time. I mean, donate time or money or whatever it is, and they get up there and they make it happen. And at the end of the Sunday, we're usually exhausted, but we're cleaning up, and then we stop thinking everything that's happened that weekend is just, if one kid, accepts the Lord, then it's worth it. But I mean, to have 100th one this past year, that's crazy.
That's a good ratio right there. That's success.
Crazy.
I think it's not easy to see that people donate to such a good cause or anything like that. But when you start talking to people about what you've got going on, it's easy to see you're passionate about it. And when people see your true passion behind your mission,
that's right.
man, they just flock to the mission, and it's it shows that you're on the right track, man. Because I mean, if people didn't believe in that and the mission, their donations aren't there.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Yeah, very well said, man.
We're trying to get there with the SEO, but dude, you guys are absolutely crushing it, man. That's inspiring, I think, for both Nate and I.
Yeah, appreciate it. A thing that I told the guy that runs it, it's kind of the guy that runs it, him and his wife, and then me and my cousin, we're kind of the three. We haven't got titles lined up, and we don't do board meetings. We've thought about all that, but we just kind of all three, get together, and whatever we think is going to work, if we're going, we roll with it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's kind of what we do.
Know the feeling there.
Like I said, not super organized. We roll with it, but I mean, it's working, So, we're talking about doing some different things and trying to get a little more organized. And, I even thought about maybe getting like some linen and signing out linen for the kids that don't have sleeping bags. Because we just got a bunch of sleeping bags. We throw them, and here and there you'll see, trying to keep up with everything and get it clean and wiping everything down after COVID. It's just, it's been a struggle. But
have you guys? Are there any spots up there that are good for fishing in that leased area? Have you guys thought about doing that as well?
Yeah, so there's one little pond there that we fished a couple times, but we really need to get and clean it up. We do a bass tournament. I forgot about that. It's part of our fundraiser every year at the reservoir up in Jackson, Mississippi. We do a big bass tournament.
Nice.
And a lot of guys come in, bring their boats, and the kids come out and fish.
We may need to pick your brain
I think
offline a little bit on that.
Yeah, I'll definitely get that sent to you guys. Yeah, cool. It's pretty fun, and I think the winner gets. Man, I have to remember. I want to say the winner gets maybe 1,000, but we usually have 20 or 30 teams, like $100 or so to get in, and we make pretty good money off of it. So
that's awesome. It just keeps your operation going.
Yeah, little things like that, and once people see what it is, I mean, you'll have people throw extra money here and there, and it just
You guys, so for those teams, do you guys also open that up for the kids like you do the hunts? To get the kids out there to fish too, or is that just purely the tournament and the kids can come up and fish somewhere else while that tournament's going on?
Yeah, that's purely the tournament, but we do have some of the kids. We'll put it out, and some of the kids do come and kind of fish around the dock and the piers there, but that's mostly a tournament thing. And the kids that come are kind of the main core group of us guys. It's usually our kids fishing around. Okay. But we talked about this year doing something for the river, getting some boats out and taking them to the river that we go to. We got to put that part into it. It's like I said, some of the core kids we take. We've also dabbled in the turkey hunting a little bit, and we'll do that this year. We did 2 youth hunts last year.
Winter chicken season is it coming?
It is, yeah. So we did 2 last year, and I think we're going to push more into that this year, and then add fishing stuff. We do also a family fun day in the summer, and so that usually helps bring a lot of awareness. We have all kind of booths and have a table set up to shoot rifles. We usually do 22s or like a small caliber 708 or something. We got clay like shotguns to shoot clay pigeons. We got like a map and compass course. So we do all kind of cool things in the summer.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun. The kids love coming.
Don't give Nate the map and compass. He'll get lost.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even need that.
Yeah, that's what I say. I was like, I don't need that. I know the woods. But,
I know exactly where I am.
Yeah, me too. Till I don't, But
no, that's great, man.
It's awesome. There's just so much we do, and we're adding to, like I said, we're still young. I feel like we're still a young organization. I mean, 4 or 5 years, we're just kind of getting things together and piecing together and getting better and getting more organized as we go. So it's just it's been a blessing that it's worked out so well so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
so cool, man.
Awesome getting everybody out, getting them all into the woods, and I don't think people truly appreciate getting out into nature and getting into that until they experience it.
That's it.
And I think that's a pretty cool thing that you guys are doing, that are introducing youth to hunting, not only just hunting, but getting out into the woods to appreciate everything that's out there.
Right. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Just that peace and tranquility. I tell people most of the time, those quiet mornings, on a Saturday is my favorite time. Just sitting
Those are
there.
the best times.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I can go and not kill a deer as I get older and older.
Yeah.
I can go and not kill a deer and just sit there, and man, it's the best time. Peace, and you
Heck
have
yeah.
to think, and it's amazing.
I've always tried to figure out how to explain that feeling to people like that.
It's
They're
Yeah.
just,
it's
yep,
calm.
it's
That's
so-
it.
Yeah, it's calm.
Yeah.
And but it's so hard to explain it
Yeah.
to somebody who's never experienced it, and they're like, okay, so it's quiet, like, yes, but
Yeah,
there's
yes
more
and
to
no.
it than that.
Yeah.
Yes, it's quiet,
Can't put
but
it in words.
it's also not quiet. And
Yep.
yeah, that's like I go hunting. I like to, I always try and get out where I need to be well before sunup
Mhm.
to be able to sit there and truly enjoy and just take in where I'm at with the
morning.
sunrise.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then I start hunting,
That's right. Yeah.
try and
Yeah.
get where I'm at and watch it and enjoy the outdoors and enjoy where I'm at, watch that sun come up and truly appreciate it. And then let's go look for something.
Yeah.
Let's go
I-
schwack something.
I describe it as like the woods waking up around you. You get in there, it's
Yes.
quiet. You get in there and it's dark, and you sit there, and then all of a sudden the woods wake up around you, and it's just there's nothing like that, man. It's really
And
not.
every squirrel sounds like the giant next Pope
It's
and
like
Young buck
the-
coming through the woods.
The biggest elk you've ever not seen.
Like, oh, it's on like Donkey Kong, and then it's not.
Yeah,
Right.
it's just a squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he froze.
Yeah. Oh, we're running out of time.
All right. I think I.
Wait. Technical difficulties. See, we're still learning too.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. That's all right.
We'll get through it.
Yeah, I just got the pop-up of we're running out of time.
I
Okay.
think I maybe froze too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
you are.
You got that sweet face that you're froze on.
Yeah.
It looks
of all
it
faces to be
looks like
frozen.
you're about to do a cannonball, dude.
So we're gonna bring this episode to
Great,
a close.
Oh,
Jeremy,
shoot.
thank you for coming on with us and talking about your program, and give us a shameless plug for it.
Yep.
Man, all I can say is just, if you want to be involved or if you're interested, just go to Briar Ridge Children's Ministries on Facebook and just, jump on there, like the page. You can hit message, and any of us three will answer the message. And I mean, we don't push to get donations. We don't push to get sponsors. We let it happen. If people want to donate, they want to donate. If they want to be involved, they be involved. And, we're not pushy. We just let it happen. And we feel like, what we're doing is working, so we're going to keep doing it.
We'll make sure that we push that out
Yep,
on our social media channels as well, dude.
Indeed, it is awesome. Logan, you're up.
Nope.
Hit me.
Passing
Yep.
this one off to Jeremy. Dude, give
Oh,
us some
all right.
weekly wisdom. What is your mission statement for the coming up week that you would pass on to everybody else that's listening?
I would say just take a moment and stop and think, and what can you do to make tomorrow's youth better? To me, that's kind of the best way to think about it. And if it's outdoors, then great. If it's not outdoors, whatever it is. Not saying our way is the right way, but kids are stuck on video games too much nowadays, and I think just what can you do to get them outside? I coach a baseball team, and my kids play baseball, and so whatever it is, sports or outdoors, or just something to get them out, get them more healthy, and just enjoy, the outdoor life versus sitting inside all day.
Well said.
Yes.
I love it.
Logan, what's your final thoughts, man?
Well, my final thoughts, Jeremy, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. You've been an inspiration to myself. Seeing how you guys just went full send towards your mission is truly inspirational, man. And I think a lot of people, not just us on the call or on this on the show, but people that are listening, need to take a similar approach to whatever goal that they may have. Just go full send, roll with the punches, defeat the obstacles, and keep pushing.
Love it. Yeah.
I agree. With that, everybody,
We out.
that ends Real Talk Mondays for this
Have a
episode.
good Monday, everybody. Crush this week. Let's go.
Yep. Have a good Monday. Do some hard stuff. Keep pressing one foot in front of the other. We'll see you
Nate
guys
out.
next week.
Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk Mondays. Until next time, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit 5 stars on whatever platform you're listening on. Make sure you check us out on Instagram over at Second Chance Outdoors. And until next Monday, we'll see you on the mountain.